Sacktown, what is going on? Sacktown Pete, back at it again. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Happy Good Friday to everybody. Today, I want to talk about some of the coaching candidates that have been rumored to be linked with Monte McNair and the staff. Um, Take this with a grain of salt. They haven't hired anybody yet. This is just the beginning, the actual process of hiring a head coach. And Monte McNair made it clear himself that this is going to be a wide conducted search for the next man to be in charge of the Sacramento Kings, to be in charge of the Sacramento Kings sideline, should I say. And some of the names that are really, really good names, two of them kind of just rubbed me the wrong way. But as always, I'm open minded and I trust Monte McNair and staff with this next big decision for the organization. Let me just say, the next guy who has to come in has to elevate Fox, Sabonis, Davion, and everybody else. The next guy will have to uplift this franchise, and take him out of this playoff drought because, boy, it's rinse and repeat, and it's been rinse and repeat for quite a while. And this next person has to be, here for a long time, not just every 2-3 seasons. This guy has to build the foundation, set the tone, the continuity, the chemistry, the growth of the young core currently that's in place, and take them to the next level. And let's talk about some of the names that have been rumored. So Steve Clifford has been considered as one of the candidates, as well as Kenny Atkinson, Mark Jackson. For those of you who don't know Mark Jackson, or you know Mark Jackson, he pretty much set the foundation in place for the Golden State Warriors dynasty. He built that team through the draft. He took them as far as he could. They decided to make a coaching change, and Steve Kerr, who has been their coach for quite a while now, has replaced Mark Jackson. And ever since that, Mark Jackson has not received or even be considered a coach of a team. So Mike Brown is also a candidate, and Buck's assistants, Charles Lee and Darvin Ham. And also Mike D'Antoni is considered as a candidate as well, which kind of, I don't want to say it scares me, but knowing that he's one of the candidates that could potentially become the Sacramento Kings head coach, I wouldn't be surprised if it does happen because, as you guys may know, our general manager, Monte McNair, was a assistant general manager with Daryl Morey and staff in Houston Rockets, and they had D'Antoni running the head coach as a head coach there with the Rockets team with Chris Paul and James Harden and all those other guys. So I feel like there's a connection there between Monty and Mike D'Antoni. Whether D'Antoni takes the job or not is yet to remain to be seen. But I wouldn't be surprised. Honestly, guys, I wouldn't be surprised. This is going to be Monte McNair's hire as his guy, as who he wants to bring in as the next coach for the Sacramento Kings. So I know that there's a strong connection between those two because they do have a past working relationship, should I say, with the Houston Rockets. But the name who I like a lot, who I really think I can uplift this franchise and build it from the ground up in the way he wants to build it, is Kenny Atkinson. If you guys don't know, he's currently a assistant coach for Steve Kerr's staff with the Golden State Warriors, and he actually built the Brooklyn Nets from the ground up through the draft. D'Angelo Russell uplifted that franchise and took them to the next level. They literally became a playoff caliber team with no bona fide star or superstar. So I feel like that would be a great candidate to interview. Knowing that situation that he was in with the Brooklyn Nets, yeah, they're in a different situation now because they got 2-3, superstars. They have a new coach in Steve Kerr, or should I say the current coach, who he replaced with Kenny Atkinson, and they wanted to go in a different direction with the team and the squad. So that led Kenny Atkinson going to the Warriors and being one of their assistant coaches for the Golden State Warriors. And I think he's itching to be back on the bench as a head honcho, as the head coach. And I think that knowing that the situation that he was in with the Brooklyn, he can see a lot of similarities with the Sacramento and the current core with the Kings roster. And I feel like Kenny can be that guy that can take Fox, that can take Sabonis, that can take Davion and rest of the roster and mold them into the way he wants them to play and elevate them and take them to the next level, man. See a lot of similarities because I know Brooklyn at the time had Jarrett Allen, they had Caris LeVert, they had D'Angelo Russell, and I feel like those are your three best players on the team and you're a playoff caliber team. There's no doubt in my mind that if Domantas Sabonis, De'Aaron Fox, and Davion Mitchell are your three best players, he can do the same with the Sacramento Kings, and I feel like that would be a legit good candidate to at least entertain the thought in interviewing him, bringing him in, and pick his brain and mind. I think that'd be a fantastic candidate for the job. And also another name that is not mentioned as a candidate, which I think that would be really should be considered for being one of the candidates, is Sam Cassell. Sam Cassell is a assistant coach for the Philadelphia 76ers with Doc Rivers' staff. And I feel like he knows what it takes to win. He's played as a basketball player himself, and I feel like you can potentially interview him and look at his possibility into getting him onto the team and become the next head coach. He's gonna have a good point guard in De'Aaron Fox to mentor and coach. I feel like that would definitely help him out as in his coaching ability, as well as De'Aaron Fox's ability to play the game of basketball going forward and just growing. And I know Swipe wants to win, and he said in this extra interview, like, hey, if they ask me for my input, I don't mind giving my input, but he's like, I don't really care at this point. I just want to win. The next guy, whoever has to come in, has to be the guy that sticks around here for a while. And I'm with you, De'Aaron. The next guy does have to be here for a while. We can't just hire somebody this offseason and then 2-3 seasons later we're due for another coach. That can't happen with this next move. So Monte McNair's got some fantastic candidates lined up to be considered for the job. And even Steve Clifford, what he did with the Hornets, great stuff. I honestly think that he would be a good hire as well. And even Mark Jackson. I've talked about his Golden State dynasty and how he built that. Mark Jackson would be a nice hire because I feel like he's the player's coach and he can get the best out of the players. And I feel like he would do wonders with Davion Mitchell, De'Aaron Fox, and Domantas Sabonis as his core. And that's the cool thing about the next coach that we hire. You're going to have a core of Fox, Davion, and De'Aaron to start off your coaching stint with the Sacramento Kings. That's a pretty damn good start. And it gives me very confidence because before in the past, we didn't have any proven star players. But now it's the fact that you get Domantas Sabonis, a two-time NBA All-Star, who's proven he's a star in this league. You get De'Aaron Fox, who's borderline All-Star, but he's played really well to finish the season strong this past season. And you also get a rookie in Davion Mitchell, who showed a big leap in his growth and development toward the end of the season. And you're going to get him, in the midst of a leap of in the second season, that he's going to have a big leap in year two. And you also may get Dante DiVincenzo as well as part of the core because, let's face it, the Sacramento Kings are interested in bringing back Dante DiVincenzo, and I think they should bring him back. So with that being said, guys, let me know your guys' thoughts on these coaching candidates and see where we go with this. If you're new to my channel, welcome to my channel. Please hit the like and subscribe. I'll greatly appreciate it. That's going to do me for today's video, guys. I really do appreciate you guys all tuning in. Thank you so much for the love and support. It means a lot to me. I'm excited for this coaching search, these potential candidates. Like I said, wouldn't mind D'Antoni. Mark Jackson would be a nice a hire, and Steve Clifford and Kenny Atkinson. I mean, if I had to pick out the one out of the list, Kenny Atkinson might be the one that's, in my opinion, that's the best out of the list because I feel like he's a younger. He's young himself, and he can have you can give him a chance to build this program from the ground up, and I feel like he's proven to do that with the Brooklyn Nets. Mark Jackson, he's a little older than Kenny Atkinson, but the fact that he's available and he hasn't been picked up since actually empowering and building that Golden State Warriors dynasty, it blows my mind because dude is proven to build teams, and he should be an option for the Sacramento Kings. And Mike D'Antoni, run and gun, loves the fast-paced ball, offensively minded, and I think that with the connection with him and Monte McNair in previous, with the franchise that they worked together in Houston, don't be surprised if D'Antoni could be really considered for the head coaching job. So with that being said, I'm looking forward to it, man. Let me know your guys' thoughts again in the comment section below. You guys take care. God bless. Keep pushing forward. Have a great rest of your evening. I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.